up on Twitch. And we're up on YouTube. Good. All right. Gonna give it a few minutes. Grinch, hello. Appreciate you coming by. Just giving it a few minutes. Not sure if anybody else is planning on joining early or if we're gonna have them filtering in later on, so, you know. I'm at about 5 minutes right now, so probably give it another 5 or so. Finally managed to catch one of these streams. Yeah, my streaming schedule has been a little erratic, mostly just due to other obligations, and then by the time I actually get back, it's like, 9, 10 o'clock at night, so hasn't been the most conducive, but I've been trying to do something anyway to at least be, putting something out there. But what shiny am I aiming for? Well, like it says off on the left side there, I'm going for a female Budew. Back in Y, I got a full odds shiny Budew that I wasn't even looking for, and that Roserade ended up being the star of my team, and so I'm basically looking to replicate her in this game. Yep, that is the reason for the specificity. I mean, I could always have a male one and then have it be a sweet transvestite, but I'm gonna go with the original if I can. So, yep. We're at about 7 minutes. Methinks that you're going to be the only one for a little while, so I'm probably going to get started once I hit 10 minutes. And we'll take it from there. Yeah, you have the chat room all to yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure when Boyish and Dash are going to be coming around. And anybody else for that matter. Yep. I'm hoping that once things kind of get a little bit more consistent on my end, then I'll be able to be more consistent with having a specific stream schedule, and then that'll make it a little bit more predictable, and then it'll be easier to, make things work out. Better turnout and all that kind of stuff. Genuinely have no idea how I'm supposed to grow my audience and how I'm supposed to, get higher turnouts, doesn't seem to really be any particular way to do it. Yeah. Can only try, right? Alright. So we're at just about 11 minutes, so I'm going to switch over. And let me just have my full screen projector. There we go. Everyone starts somewhere. Yep. I started streaming like 6 years ago, but I have not been particularly consistent with it due to circumstances. So I get why I would have to keep starting over. It just sucks. When you start is down the ladder. Yeah. So. And unfortunately, like Twitch has all the features and the alert box integration and all that stuff. YouTube doesn't really, and I don't really know. Like YouTube seems to be the only way to get any kind of notice in the algorithm. Twitch is like, maybe you'll get somebody. Good luck. But, 'tis what it is. Not some big corporate Yahoo. I don't, restrict myself from swearing or anything like that, so I get that, in all honesty, people seem way too hooked with Tears of the Kingdom to bother with anything else. That's definitely not helping, and I specifically canceled my pre-order just because I didn't want to spend the money on it right now. I didn't think when I did pre-order it that I would have an issue with that, but it ended up being a little bit out of my price range at the moment, so 'tis what it is. I have liked what I've seen of Tears of the Kingdom for the most part so far. It looks like what Breath of the Wild should have been. Budew, but it's not shiny. And it's male. Another one. Sadly, I do not have the ability to chain, so I just have to go at it full odds. Another Budew. Here's hoping. That's kind of part of my thing is like without somebody to bounce off of, like whether it be, someone in a call or the chat, I'm not a particularly talkative person. When I get going, I can kind of have some charisma, but I'm not like an entertainer by default. So if I don't have anything to talk about or anybody to talk to, and any direction to take a conversation, I kind of get just a little quiet, you know? And so people say, like, oh, talk to yourself, and or pretend that you're talking to somebody, and it's like, I don't know about that. That doesn't seem like something that would really fit my personality that I'd be able to really do well. I think it would just be more awkward than anything, so... It's like, okay... And of course I see, you know, speedrunners streaming who barely talk. You know, they might have a comment here and there, but for the most part they're just completely focused on the game, not saying anything. So if it's okay for them, why is it not okay for anybody else, you know? Yeah, it happens. So yeah, that's why I don't get too pressed about it. I kind of expect nothing to happen, and then at that point you can't be disappointed, right? You'd like for it to happen, but if it doesn't, well, you kind of figured. Nope. That is not what you boy is after. I don't know why I kind of almost became Christopher Walken there. Oh no, another one. Okay. That doesn't look like a Budew to me. Nope. Nope. Come on. Come on. 1 in 4096 for a shiny in and of itself, but then basically double the difficulty. Because I need to get a 50-50 on the gender. Nope. Nope. Come on now. I wonder if there's a way to clone Pokemon, because I'd love to clone my Manaphy. I kind of got screwed out of it on both versions, actually. Someone was nice enough to trade me their second one, and yeah. I don't know, it would be neat to be able to clone it. Send that over to Pearl. That's not shiny. Nope. Tippy is here, 20 minutes later. Hey, better late than never, right? Who the hell am I to judge? We are getting approximately nowhere. 1 in 4096 base chance of just getting a shiny. But then I need it to be female, which is a coin toss, which effectively doubles my shiny rate to the old 8192. If I'm not going full potato on the statistics there. But it does apply to every battle individually, so it's not like if I do 4,096 or 8,192 battles, I'm guaranteed to get a shiny female. No. It is each and every individual battle rolls between 1 and 4,096. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's see. To quote Pitt, sorry to keep you waiting. It is what it is. Not a problem. Come on. Oh boy. I'm never gonna get to continue this game, huh? Can only imagine the rage if a male shiny Budew shows up. Oh my god. My balls would be shattered. There's breaking my balls, and then there's that. Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his shiny rate? It's under 0.09! Boyish says, how's your penis going? Does Windows like your Switch today? I'm going to do some dishes before I get another chance to fight the poison monster lady in like an hour. Interesting. My penis is, as it always is, attached to me very firmly. No plans on removing it anytime soon. That's for certain. And Windows seems to be doing just fine with my Switch. That being said, I am deeply uncomfortable with that question. But yeah, no, do your thing, and then, yeah, we'll take it from there. Now, slowly descending into madness, on the other hand, is very much becoming a reality. You know. Bird. Faileth burned. Stupid dresses. See what see hell. Not my chin, not my problem. Mr. Balloons. Mr. Balloon Hands. Captain tying knots. If anybody needs some knots tied, they go to him. Thinking of going, I'm gonna have to turn down my world tier in order to make it possible for me to beat the world boss at all. Once I beat it, I'm done with the beta and can fuck off to China for a few days. Oh boy, good luck with that. Thank you, Diablo. Gee, thanks, Satan. You're welcome. Now, how about we do that homework, Will Boy? Leo and Satan. God, that's an old one. Female Budew, not shiny. Not so sure it was a good idea to add multiplayer balanced activities to a game like Diablo. Here's an idea. Perhaps in multiplayer, things should just be easier. Go figure. Gotta catch a specific one. Pokemon! Yeah. It do be like that, though. This one's balanced around 12 different people fighting it at the same time. That's... oh, dear. That doesn't sound like fun. We failed in my first attempt because we only had 8 people. Oh, only 8 people? Oh, God. Nope. Beta hard caps at level 20, and this is a level 25 world boss. Oh, that's dumb. That's really dumb. Aside from getting better gear and more meat to have the boss squish, there's not much we can do about it. Yeah, sounds like it. Jeez, that sucks. Hello, Olive. Glad you could make it. There's a time to be normal and there's a time to go shiny, right? Any female Budews out there, now's the time to be shiny. Just saying. Yup. Yeah, it's pretty early today. Yeah, actually had the time to start earlier. My schedule has kind of kept me like busy until like 8, 9 o'clock at night, and then by the time I'm ready to stream, it's at least like 10, 11. So it's been a little difficult to start early like I've been wanting to, but I actually finally had the time today, so. Hopefully, down the line, as things progress, like, I can't guarantee I'll have a consistent starting time, but I want to try to at least do something as close to every day as I can. And, down the line, hopefully things will kind of start to even out, so that way I can be available earlier at a more consistent rate, so. Yeah, so. Let's see. Tippy says, if there was one alien species that you would like to see in ultimate form from, what will it be? It's a good question, actually. Would have to think about that. Glad I was able to start early. Yeah. Fair enough. Looking forward to whenever that happens to be. Yeah, so hopefully. Because it seems like that might be the key to more activity, you know? And then the more active these can get, then I think that's going to help more with the algorithm, which is going to then push them up a little bit more, and, you know, it feeds the cycle, right? So, we shall see. Alien species. I don't know. That's a good question. Come on.
You're breaking my balls here. Do you know who I am? I am the guy who speaks with cotton balls in his mouth.
And sometimes I'm Jordan Peterson. Oh, I want to punt you like a football right now. You little not purple-bearded buck. Beaver! I am the one who knocks. I am the box ghost! Beware! So since you came free-falling right now, what am I up to right now? Slowly going insane while dealing with RNG. Trying to find a shiny female Budew. Yeah. That's what's going on right now. I put about 6 hours into this so far. Just on these last couple streams. That's not counting however much time I put into it last year when I wasn't recording. Yeah. 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 I missed out on a shiny Shinx last year, so that was a thing that happened. And it's basically just this in a loop until such a time as I am granted what I'm after. Because I'm still at the beginning of the game, I can't actually do any shiny hunting. The proper way. Because I can't get the Poke Radar until after the Elite Four. And because I don't... Yeah, because they patched out the tweaking glitch with the update that I needed to install to trade to get Manaphy. I can't, like, do any kind of tweaking to try to cheese my way over to the Poke Radar, you know? What is the percentage of getting the Pokemon that you want to get approximately? Hi, Great Man. So the shiny rate is 1 in 4096 to start with. And because I have a coin flip on the gender, I'm going for a female. Basically, it doubles. So, 1 in 8192, give or take. If my math is correct. The old full odds. So, yeah, it's like 0.01 at best. 0.01%, something like that. It is maddening. I think I'd rather farm pure Bladestone and Demon Souls. Nope. Okay. Love Shinx. Nothing better than grinding forever while eating a custom buffalo chicken pizza. Oh my. Buffalo chicken pizza, huh? Yikes. Sounds a little bit too intense for my tongue.
Oh my god.
You like hot food? Hey, you do you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Come on, Beaver Boy, get out of here. Wow, he took that personally, I guess. Come on, my guy. Read that the hottest pizza in the world is set on fire to make it more hot. But why, though? Hello, Davis Roth. What's up, buddy? Arrgh. Doing okay. A lot of studying for finals. Oh boy. Well, good luck with that. Do not miss it myself, that's for sure. Of course, I was never really one to study. Is there a way to increase the chance you'll find it? Unfortunately, no. My only method of increasing my odds of getting a shiny Pokemon in the wild happened to be the Poke Radar that, yeah. Can't do it. Your finals are coming up soon. Nervous, if anything? Hey, well, I can tell you right now, it's not really going to matter in the long run, but I'm sure you'll be fine. I definitely remember the stress, though, you know? Sometimes it could be like, oh, God. I don't want to deal with this, and then, you know, it was either some warranted stress, or it was really not that bad. But, yeah, like I said, I was never really one to study. I just kind of paid attention and then absorbed it if I was interested enough in the first place. And I would always do fine, but, you know, if you need to study to help you, then, hey, there you go. You know, you do what you gotta do, and then you do the best you can to actually perform. Just don't put too much stock in, like, government schools and whatnot, you know? They're really not there to teach you. They're there to propagandize you. Yeah, no problem, Davis. Midnight Riala, how did you get through school without studying? Did you just fly by the seat of your pants? No, not really. I just paid attention, and if I was interested enough to absorb it, then I absorbed it. That's just kind of how my brain works. I found studying to be counterproductive because it was just monotonous, and I didn't want to do it. So if I didn't want to do it, what good was forcing myself, you know? I wasn't going to really be able to absorb it, so I was just like, hey, I'm here. I might as well make the best of my time here. That way I have more free time at home by not having to waste more time than I need to on schoolwork at home. So that was kind of my logic. And, you know, I'm kind of a sponge when it comes to things I'm interested in. So when I put my mind to it, it's you know, I'm a pretty quick learner. Yeah, relatable. My nervousness has more to do with presentations. I almost gave up on some optional classes just because presentations were the main evaluation method. Oof. Yeah, that's brutal. I'm not a fan of presentations either. Of course, I got social anxiety, you know, and of course I'm gonna get stage fright, especially when, you know, people are staring directly at me, like physically seeing me. It's like, ooh boy. Let's see. Neo did what most manga writers do. Make bullshit go, and you were the luck of the draw. It's one way to put it, I guess. Kirito LARPer, gotcha. That's one way to put it. Thankfully, this is my final test before graduation. Well, that's good. That's good. You finishing college or high school? Getting real sick of these beavers. high school, but I'm really excited for college. Good. There you go. Yeah, I don't miss either one really, but I mean, college, at least when I started, was better than high school. I actually got so sick of my high school that I just stopped caring and dropped out. But instead of actually getting like my GED and the school having a black mark, I counted as a graduation because I basically twisted the principal's arm. I was like, look, the only difference is you getting a black mark for having a dropout. A GED and a high school diploma both mean the exact same thing, and I'm going to college either way, so your move, buddy. You know? So, yeah, but, you know, college started off much better than high school. In my case, due to mismanagement from the school's end, there was some issues with my schedule that just, it got out of hand, and I really got worn down on it. They kept telling me, like, oh, you don't need to take this, only to come to find out, like, 3 weeks into a 10-week quarter. Oh, you were supposed to be taking this, like, shit like that. They would give me a class at the same time as its prerequisite in that quarter, but then, like, they would have that class that I need the prerequisite for before the prerequisite on my schedule, and I'm just like, what are you doing? So it dragged, it was dragging on way too much, so that was my problem with college. Ended up with like a 3.8 GPA though, so, you know. It's all's good, you know, it's all good. Olive says, I literally present looking at the ground the whole time. Well, sometimes I give some glances to the teacher, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, I feel you there, buddy. I feel you. I would fake eye contact, you know, I would glance in the general direction of the audience, but that was kind of like the best I could do. Any tips to do over the summer? Honestly, just, you know, do whatever you want. You know, while you're not in school, you know, I mean, one thing you could definitely do if you want to be productive in the summer is cultivate a skill, you know, like a trade skill. Those are definitely good to have. But really anything you would enjoy doing, you know, that's what you should use your free time for. But if you can also be productive with it, then that's something to look into too. What are you thinking of going to college for? You may be sick of the beavers, but the beavers love you. Beavers love you! Bro, what? I'm a hardcore study fiend and I'm ending with a 3.5. Unreal. Yeah, buddy. It's your boy. An engineering degree, no less, you know? Hospitality and tourism. There you go. Interesting that there's a college degree for that. It's so interesting seeing how brains work. It really is. It really is. Like, I've always been kind of more of an autodidact. Like, I never really enjoyed being in school. But I love to learn, you know? I love to know how things work and to be able to, like, analyze everything. And I was learned to live for the longest time. I didn't love school, but knew it was necessary. Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of how I looked at it. But then, like, as I got older, I realized what a bunch of bullshit high school was and just public school in general. And it was like, that's why I went to a technical college, because I was like, well, at least this is going to be useful, you know? It's going to be something actually substantive. But... And I already had a thing for computers, like, since I was 4, so, you know. Let's see, Boyish says, do you really need to get a degree in college for hospitality? Honestly, this is why nobody respects college as an institution anymore. I would have my questions as to how that kind of degree actually pans out in the market myself. I'm not going to pan it directly, but I am very curious as to how that would work. Like, what value that would have. What are your thoughts on arts degrees? You know, they're kind of like psych degrees in that they are a piece of paper that gets you a job, more so than a prerequisite for actually understanding what it is you're working with. I don't have any kind of degree in interior design or any formal training in it, but I designed the house I'm living in right now, like on the inside, you know, all the aesthetics of it. You know, colors and you know, hardwood floor here, carpet here, that kind of thing. And everybody loves it who comes and sees it, so... So, you know, I think art degrees, in the sense of understanding art and being capable of, you know, creating art, are redundant. But they, I guess, serve something of a purpose in, like, in a hiring. But at the same time, I think that in and of itself is probably redundant, because with art, you can just produce a piece of art, show it to somebody who you're looking to get a job from, and then if they like it and they can see, like, oh, you can do this, then, you know, they can hire you there based on actual merit. But is what it is. So Tippy says, finally got back on Super, and Tournament of Power has the worst characterization of Goku so far. Man acted like it was a no big deal to go to Zeno when Beerus threatened his ass to the point of killing not to go. Super Goku is... oh boy. Let's see. Boy says, arts education can be helpful, but that depends on the skills you learn and whether or not you actually get good at making art in the first place. Yeah, pretty much. Rella says, face blue smiling. That's an emoji. I guess Restream doesn't like the emojis. I'm so glad I'm a business major. The realizations upon application are wild. Yeah, no, there's some good shit to be learned in anything, you know, mathematical or any kind of practical skill is good. Davis says, well, you don't need to, but an opportunity showed up to take this class for little money, and I thought, hey, sounds good. Hey, can't hurt, right? Nothing wrong with that. I even have considered going back to school at CCRI, because the state would pay for it to get my to get like a certificate in digital artwork, because I want to learn how to do it. But all right, let's see. Boy says, basing whether or not you hire people based on whether or not they have a degree has ruined job opportunities for tons of people. Yeah, it has vastly overinflated the value of college in people's minds. And then it kind of devalues college degrees, you know? Shh, don't spoil too much, I'm only on Namek. So I would tell you not to worry too much about Super, because it's an absolute dumpster fire. I personally, I don't even consider it canon, because it's so ridiculous in how bad it is. And it just... It retcons things, and it tries to shove things in that don't fit with the story, and it's just like, no, thank you. But yeah, so I would agree with what Tippy just said there. Super doesn't matter. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT are pretty much all you need to watch if you actually care about having a fulfilling story. GT is pretty decent. You know, I watched it again recently, and I didn't really have any problems with it. You know, it's certainly not perfect. But overall, it was nowhere near as offensively bad as Super. I wouldn't even really say it was bad. It was just kind of had its moments of like, yeah, I'm not so sure about that. But Tippy says, Super really doesn't. The worst continuity thing that GT did was the Black Star Balls. Yeah, and just to break away from what Tippy's saying for a minute and inject my own thoughts on that, I really don't even have a problem with the Black Star Balls. They're not that big of a deal, continuity-wise. Super has much worse continuity, like the earrings retcon. GT is better than Super. GT is far from perfect, but it had some respect for the older stuff. Yes, GT at the very least was a respectful continuation, where Super is very far from that. How about the movies like Super Broly and Super Hero? Broly was a decent movie. The worst part about that movie, I would have to say, is that they tried to shove Dragon Ball Minus in as somehow the backstory at the beginning of the movie, even though that's not possible. Dragon Ball Minus is not and cannot be canon because it directly contradicts Goku's origin, which the original story leans heavily on, right down to what year things take place. So Minus can't be canon, and to try to shove it in there automatically makes Super Broly not canon. Unless you cut that part out and just ignore it completely and then go with the original origin story, like Episode of Bardock. Then you could say, like, oh, okay, I can follow this, this makes sense. Superhero was, it was cute. Pan and Piccolo and Gohan, all very, very enjoyable in that movie. The overall story was nothing special, but it was cute. Let's see. Boyish says the Black Star Balls were really contrived in their introduction, but that's not a huge deal. Yeah, I'm not even really sure I would say really contrived, like mildly maybe. Do you prefer Dragon Ball Z or Kai? So, especially as Z went on, the dub got better, and so there's kind of a trade-off there. I think some of the dialogue changes they made in the Z dub were better than just some of the original dialogue in Kai. But the dub for Kai overall is much, much better, and the pacing is much better. So I generally recommend first-timers watch Kai. That being said, Z is still a good time if you can tolerate a lot of bloat. Otherwise, there's always just the movies for classic Z that you can go back to. Let's see. Midnight Riala. How much does a parent's care for their child in the early years influence their character when they're older? Also, sorry, my questions are all over the place. I'm just asking questions to someone who probably knows more than I. It's all right. So that is kind of a complicated question. I believe, off the top of my head, if I remember correctly, personality is about 80% genetic, and it pretty much locks in by the time you're like 4 or 5. So your baseline disposition... Oh, hello, spider that's on my wall. That's not okay. So your baseline kind of like disposition pretty much locks in around 4 or 5. So early childhood development is very, very important. You have a starting point, which is your genes, right? And then how your parents cultivate that as you're learning things like basic communication is going to have a huge snowball effect on how you behave throughout the rest of your formative years and then eventually as an adult, right? So kids can start learning language and understanding language and communicating around 18 months. And so that's when it's really important to start like teaching them things like negotiation and reason, rather than, force, right? Because a lot of people make the mistake of teaching their kids force in response to being displeased. Like, oh, you acted badly, so therefore I'm gonna spank you. It's like, first of all, you don't have the moral right to initiate violence against someone who's 1/5 your size and can't defend themselves against you. That's just fucked up to begin with. Second of all, I love this little flowchart. It says, let's see, hang on, I'm drawing a blank on it, of course, now that I'm trying to... basically, the idea was, like, do your kids understand reason, right? Yes? Then use reason. Stop hitting your kids, asshole. Do your kids understand reason? No? Then they don't understand the reason you're hitting them. Stop hitting your kids, asshole. So that was that little flow chart. That's kind of how I am when it comes to parental influence on on early childhood development. Peaceful parenting is definitely the way to go, and a lot of people immediately take that and say, "Oh, so you're just going to be a doormat and let your kids walk all over you?" No, 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 no. Peaceful parenting is still parenting, right? You're still guiding your kids and protecting your kids. You're just not being violent about it and hypocritical about it. Let's see. Davis says, just out of curiosity, did you study early childhood? Independently, on my own. I spent like 10 years while I was dealing with a lot of dysfunction at home and like just hiding away from it whenever I wasn't at school. I spent a lot of time learning psychology and other, and science and things like that. So, I actually have been told by my own therapist, who's a PhD, that we're basically peers. I just don't have the piece of paper that says so, Reala says, quite tautologous, that flowchart is. How do you figure? So, I mean, basically what it comes down to, what peaceful parenting comes down to is the non-aggression principle. It comes down to the non-aggression principle and basic logic. It's binary, right? They either do understand reason or they don't. And if they do understand reason, then you have the moral obligation to use reason instead of violence. And if they don't understand reason, then violence is not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to teach them compliance, not morality. So it gets you nowhere except, really digging a deeper hole for problematic behavior down the line, because they're going to learn, that violence is an appropriate response to being displeased. They're going to learn that you're a hypocrite because, the do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. Oh, violence is bad, but I get to hit you for, that. It's like, that's hypocrisy. So they're not going to trust you. They're not going to respect you. It's... It takes a lot more gaslighting to get around that effect, and it's like, no, thank you. About that, I don't really know much about it, but early years can influence a fair amount on the individual. Maybe that has more to do with socialization than anything to do with character, but yeah. No, it's definitely a very, very tenuous mix of both. Both options lead to the same conclusion. Is that what tautology is, or am I misusing my terms? Yeah, no, that's not, that wouldn't be a tautology. Hang on one second. Let me just... I'll get you a more specific definition of tautology, right? Oops. Come on. Come on, phone, you can do it. Alright. So, basically, tautology would be needless repetition of the same sense in different words, or redundancy. An instance of such repetition, and an empty or vacuous statement composed of simpler statements in a fashion that makes it logically true whether the simpler statements are factually true or false. For example, the statement, either it will rain tomorrow or it will not rain tomorrow. That would be more of a tautology than saying, basically, if your kids understand logic, then you should use logic. If your kids don't understand logic, then they won't understand the logic behind hitting them, that kind of thing, right? So, I think I may have missed a few things on the comments because of the way it was scrolling while I was talking. So, I think Tippy had a comment between Reala's that scrolled off the screen. Charts know all, and we must give our pizza to them. Davis says, this is fun talking with you. When do you stream? Well, I very much appreciate that, Davis. I'm glad you think so. I try to be fun. Right now, I don't have the most consistent streaming schedule, but I'm trying to stream at least every night. I'd like to be able to stream more in the afternoons and evenings, Eastern Standard Time. But, yeah, just adulting has kept me unable to do that until at least, like 10, 11 o'clock at night sometimes. So, I'm kind of doing the best I can right now. But at night, pretty much any day of the week. That may change as time goes on. Axiom on stream, 10% Pokemon, 90% random topics. Well, when all I'm doing is going in a circle and, just pressing the run button until I get what I'm after, we gotta do something to keep us sane, right? Wow, I'm learning more in this stream than at my high school. Dude, telling you, man. I'm glad, though. I like to teach. You'll have to read into that more later. Yeah, go ahead. Virtual Axiom is one of my favorite content creators, since I know for a fact he does it as a hobby, not a business. If you know, you know. Hell yeah! I very much appreciate that. That is some good shit, buddy. Boy says, I wish I could retain ideas better. No, I feel ya. I honestly feel like I've lost some of my sharpness over the years as a knock-on effect of my brain just being a constant cortisol pump for 10 years. It was so bad. Like, my entire adult life has just been a slide into insanity with all the dysfunction coming to a head in my familial circle and with my, quote-unquote friends that I had. I was under so much stress that I literally got physically unhealthy from it. And it got so bad. And I feel like it has done permanent damage to my cognition, although it is kind of coming back a bit, like, as things improve, but I don't know. I worry about that. I don't feel as sharp as I felt at, like, 18, 19. Let's see. Boyish says, I learned logic because I was interested in the topic, but I'm not interested in psychology exactly, despite the fact that I should learn it before I think about having any children, so I'll forget it. You're currently getting a lot of cortisol, so much stress. Yeah. No, I feel ya. Yeah, no, Boyish, I get where you're coming from. Psychology is it's a lot more intuitive than people think it is. A lot of it is basically just philosophy applied practically when it comes to behaviors, right, and beliefs. Particularly behaviors. Not from this stream, from life, don't worry. No, I got you, buddy. Yeah, psychology really is a practical application of philosophy. And philosophy is applying the scientific method to beliefs and behaviors, right? So we're analyzing why we believe what we believe, the premises that we have, the ideas that we generate, and what we put out into the world, right? The behaviors we accept in others, we tend to reproduce in our own behavior, right? So things like that. That's what psychology is all about, and it's about digging down into that and discovering the whys and the wherefores of why we are the way we are as an individual, and then finding practical applications for the principles that we can derive from our understanding of ourselves and others. So yeah. Let's see. So, Davis says, so back on the DBZ topic, what is your opinion on Tien? He's my favorite rival to Goku right now, and I felt like he was done dirty during the fight with Nappa. Yeah, I like Tien. He's alright. He does kind of fall off, but he maintains his dignity, if nothing else. I like him. I don't really feel too strongly about him one way or the other. I respect him. Oh my god, these things are starting to look like little green footballs, and I just want to put my foot through their little mouths. You like Tien, he was neat, too bad Super hates him. Yeah, Super hates all the characters. Do it. Do it. Do it. I just want one of these little bastards to have a purple beard, man. That's a sentence. Do it.
Thank you, RN Jesus.
Registered Nurse Jesus. Hey, Jesus looking sexy in that nurse outfit. To be honest, I just see you skipping a shiny by mistake at some point. Oh god, I'm having like anxiety about that. I'm always double checking before I hit the button. We've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Fumbled the name there. Good on me. Alright. Let's see. Rella says, which vices are most appropriate for stress? Is sugar, caffeine, melatonin, and moderate alcohol all okay? Caffeine and stress, not a great combination for heart health. Melatonin, I had a bad experience. It was a little too strong for me. Alcohol, that's gonna cause you some more problems down the line. I don't think it's worth it, especially if you lean on it a little bit more. The more stressed you are, that's a quick way to developing an addiction problem. Personally, I'm a fan of marijuana. When I get stressed out, I pop an edible and I'm good, you know. But beyond that, I don't really do much, you know. Like, I'm stressed out or I'm having a hard time sleeping, you know. Here's 5 or 10 milligrams of THC and I'm good, dude, you know. And then I just go about my business. It wears off and I'm fine, you know. So, sugar, as long as you're getting exercise to burn it off and you're not, like, you know, storing it everywhere and building fat, unless you, like, probably need to. Sugar is kind of, you know, here and there. You know, you could take it or leave it. So let's see. Tippy says, I think Super has Super Saiyan 3 hates Super Saiyan 3 the most. It shows up just to stand there menacingly like that filter pre-tournament of power in the with that filler pre-tournament of power in the forest with Krillin. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't do Super Saiyan 3 any justice. Unfortunately, can't take that due to life considerations. Interesting. Curious why something harmless would be out of the question, but alcohol would be okay. You don't have to indulge in that if you don't want to. If it's private, that's fine. Working parents. Oh, so they wouldn't. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. So. Boyish says, Super Saiyan 3 was supposed to be replaced by Super Saiyan God, but they bungled Super Saiyan God and Blue super hard. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, Blue's an embarrassment. It's such a joke. God was an interesting idea, and Blue was Blue. That's all I will say. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. As someone who has not seen Super, surely try to do Yamcha justice. No comment. Let's see. Except for one filler episode, Yamcha is still a joke. He lost his relevancy after the Saiyan arc. Yeah, you're not wrong. He did put in some effort in the Cell arc, but yeah. unfortunately, he kind of just couldn't keep up. You're pulling no punches here? Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Oh, you're just joking. Gotcha. Oh my god. Full odds is pain. Does Krillin at least get something? He is probably my second favorite DBZ fighter. Yeah. I won't tell you what, but yeah, no, Krillin makes out okay. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Thank you, Ducky. That was necessary. I'm gonna change things up a little bit. Swap, and there you go. Actually, that's a terrible idea. Why would I do that? Let's see. As much crap as I throw at Super Saiyan 2, it at least had build-up, earned, and kicked the villain's ass, unlike Blue and Ultimate. Yeah. I really like him at Namek. It's like he's the leader. Yeah, no, Krillin's a good boy. Let's put the boy out there. He's so cute. Oh, this is just gonna slow things down. Yeah, no, I probably shouldn't do that. Never mind. The problem with probability is that there's never guarantees. It just perpetually whispers in your ear, you might get it. Oh, you're not wrong. The shitty part is that the 1 in 4096, or technically in my case, 1 in 8192, because I'm going for a specific gender, applies to each battle individually. So it's not like even if I did 4,000 or 8,000 battles, I would be guaranteed to get the thing. It's like, no, it's each individual battle. It could be more, it could be less. Ugh, it sucks. Female Budew, green beard, running. Let's see. I was shocked when he died to King Piccolo. Yeah. Krillin is the only human that really matters in DBZ after the Saiyan arc. Krillin is the Chad until Boo, where Z becomes the Saiyan show featuring everyone else. Krillin is still good, though. Yeah, I would say that's accurate. Boyish says, Krillin being murdered by Demon King Piccolo was a shocking plot twist. Definitely. True. Yep. Yep. Oh boy. It works after a tournament that low stakes with a nice personal story. Plus, it's the first dark moment in terms of tone. Yep. Yep. Oh, Danny boy, the toaster bath is calling. You can do it. You can do it. You feel great. You can do this shiny hunt. Oh, Piccolo. Come on. Hey, at least we got some good content as far as the chat goes, right? That is the goal. Sure, what I'm playing might be grindy and monotonous, but that's what the conversation is for. Yeah, you're doing better than I can. I can barely wait for a shiny in Legends Arceus. Yeah, I'm not a habitual shiny hunter by any means. This is why. It's oh boy. I am a patient man, but this tests my patience. Bruh. It's an easier test than finals, at least. I mean, you're not wrong. Fly me to the moon and let me take my helmet off. It's pretty tangential, but there's a fallacy around probability, isn't there? What was it again? That given enough times, you might just get it, because given enough repetitions, the chance you'll fail decreases each time. I haven't heard it put that way specifically, but that kind of sounds like the sunk costs fallacy. Like, oh, I'm already into it this deep. I might as well keep going because I'm bound to win. It's kind of the same logic, I guess. But yeah, the idea that, well, if I just keep going, I'm guaranteed to get it. I mean, not necessarily. Yeah, it's basically the sunk costs fallacy. Yeah, but what people don't understand is that, like I said, you know, the probability isn't, oh, 1 in 4096, that means that 1 in every 4096 battles is guaranteed to be shiny. Oh, no. Each individual battle has its own 1 in 4096 dice roll, basically. Yeah. We're waiting and we're watching and we're waiting on the edge of our seats, anticipating. Doesn't work for me. I still haven't won a single game of bingo. I mean, that's true to infinity. Yeah, it's oh boy. Oof. Literally, you could literally just spend an obscene amount of time rolling those dice and somehow never come up on the 1 in 4096. It is theoretically possible. Like, it could literally take so long to hit that number that it's, like, just never gonna happen, basically. Ah, Math, you are a harsh bitch. True enough, yeah. That's actually what I said about my math final. I like math. It's just, oof, the way they teach it, man. Yeah, like, seriously. This is actually a good example, right? The random battles. It rolls dice. It rolls dice every time you step on a grass tile, right? I'm not hitting the spawn trigger number for any of these tiles of grass right now. It's just totally random. Davis says, same, I got lucky and got really nice teachers that want to help. Yeah, that's a huge part of it. Grinch is back. How's the hunting going? Absolutely terrible, my guy, but we have a nice active chat, so that's helping. Let's see. Seriously, how do people not get bored or tired of doing this for hours? No, dead ass. Like, I respect the dedication to, like, habitual shiny hunters, but my god. I've never done shiny hunting, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, no, it's rough. It's rough. You're petting your dog right now. Neat. What kind of dog? Australian Shepherd. Neat. Boy, girl. Oh my god. About what you were saying a minute or two ago, yeah, I'm finding our chat is pretty fulfilling overall. Just can't keep up with the Dragon Ball stuff, lol, but that's totally fine too. Hey! That's what it's all about. That's why I do streaming, right? I could be doing this by myself, just listening to videos or whatever, but, like, I'd rather be doing it, you know, having a conversation if I can, right? Like, that's kind of the whole point of doing this. You know, so it's why it can be a little bit frustrating or depressing when, you know, when things are dead, and you know, and I know that that's, you know, sometimes it can't be helped. Let's switch back to Monferno. But you know, it's nice to see it active. Yeah, like I said, hopefully I'll get to a point where I can actually, like, have a good, consistent time to stream that is, you know, conducive to everybody's schedules as much as possible. Because we're dealing with all different kinds of... Hello, spider that's now going behind my TV. We're going... You know, we're dealing with all these different time zones, and it's like, oof. You know, we got Australia, we got the Eastern U.S., we got Central U.S., we got... You know, I think, Olive, you said you're in Portugal, and we got Germany, and it's like, it can be tough, you know? To be honest, I'm not one who speaks much to begin with. Social ineptitude 100. I get you, buddy. I get you. I've always been pretty quiet myself. Where's that damn fourth shiny rock? Love the random comments about the spider. I see it out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, you're in my space when I'd prefer you not to be. Bro! Come on! Don't let it bite you, get a giant responsibility. I would dig having Spider-Man's powers. That'd be super cool. Yep. With great power comes great responsibility. Very good moral lesson. The greater your ability to exert your will over others, the more responsibility you have not to do it. And by the same token, if you have the ability to help people, right? The more of an ability you have to help people, the more you should help them, right? Kind of goes in the same vein. Hello, Andrew Wade. What's going on, buddy? Not much. Pretty much the same. Just floating through RNG hell, trying to get this little Pokemon to show up. Pokemon? Well, Andrew, you came to the right place for nothing. Actually, recently I've been experiencing something similar, except I see phantom insects, as if it's a dark spot created from light refraction when it enters my eye, and I find myself looking at whatever I saw it in my peripheral vision, thinking it was a moth or whatever flying. Ophthalmologist calls it, I guess. Huh. Interesting. Just trying to wonder trading to get all the starters in Brilliant Diamond. Good luck with that. I have barely done anything in this game. Owen Wilson. Wow. Wow, I'm Owen Wilson. Wow. Yeah, I've barely done anything in this game. I'm, like, wanting to get this Budew before I continue. Basically, nothing is there, but it seems like it is. The light refraction thing is just how I explain it to myself. I'm probably way off. No, I get you. Now, that is interesting. It could be the way your eye is processing light. It could be floaters. I don't know. That'd be interesting. Have you gotten it checked, like by a doctor? You just need Prinplup? There you go. And you got Chimchar and Turtwig. There you go. By the way, unpopular opinion, I like Cars, the Pixar movie. I would imagine that Tippy would have some input on that. I don't think I've seen Cars since it came out. No, not yet. Just noticed it recently. Might be worth looking into. Just in case it is, like, a sign of something that shouldn't be going on, you know? Oh my god. I ran into that shiny Shinx I lost last year relatively painlessly. And now I can't get a shiny to save my life. I know this great doctor. He's from Brooklyn. Throws pills in your face and is a movie star. Huh. He's from Brooklyn, huh? Or Italy, depending on the lore. I'm picking up what you're putting down. He also knows the guy who made shinies hard to get, right? Both places pretty far away from one another. It makes you wonder how the lore turned out that way. Yeah. Wouldn't be funny if you found a shiny Chaozu? Look, Vegeta! It's a Pokemon! I'm gonna catch it! Probably a good time to mention that this is not sponsored by Heatap. That's a good Nappa. Appreciate it. Listen, Goku. It's very important. Oh, my throat did not cooperate there. I can usually do King Kai pretty good, too. I recorded it one time, and then I sent it to one of my friends, and he shit himself. It was so funny. Like, not literally poop coming out of his rear, but, you know. It would be way easier than finding a Chaozu in the fight post-Saiyan arc. Oh, God. All they do is give humans a new form. Let's see. Seeing Team 4-Star Tien go to a doctor after complaining about his shoulders. Andrew says, does anyone have an extra Piplup that they don't really care about? Unfortunately, I do not. This is my only save, and I started with Chimchar. Let's see. Olive says, reading anything at the moment? Unfortunately, no. All of my books are still packed up. I haven't had a chance to get any shelves assembled to take them out or anything like that, but... Nope, I have pretty much just been adulting and streaming. That has been my last couple of weeks. Dawn has one. You're not wrong. Yeah. It is what it is. You know, all my shit's only been in totes for like 2 years. I want my house back. But somehow I doubt... somehow I doubt I could make getting my house back a donation goal. So, you know... We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna do that. That'd be silly. Tippy says at Davis, I'm kind of tired of transformations after Super. I would go the technique route. The Tri-Beam helped against Cell a bit. No, definitely. I'm feeling you there, Tippy. Olive says, well, it would for me, more accurately. A donation goal? Yeah. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Right now, I have it set to the headset replacement that I had to put on credit at Best Buy, just because I'm trying to put all my money towards other bills right now. But the charging port on my headphones crapped out after 3 years, and I kind of was like, oh, well, that's $200 I don't have at the moment. So, I put that up there in case anybody ever felt like, you know, throwing a tip in, but no big deal. I don't ask anybody to, it's just voluntary. Let's see, Davis says, okay, I have been holding this question in, but how is the next SAO video going? It's very early in development. I haven't really had time to do much of any writing or editing for the past, like, year and a half, almost 2 years. I've kind of been moving around since like September of 21, so it's been a little bit hectic. Things are just kind of settling down, and I'm gonna like be starting to work on writing some stuff again soonish, as I have the time. But at the moment, it's still kind of pre-production. But that's okay. You didn't have to hold that in. I don't mind. I am very laid back.
If you couldn't tell.
Oh my god, you little green bastard! Yep. Yeah, not thrilled that it's been this long, but really could not have predicted things to to have gone the way they have. So, making the best with what I can. If only there were senzu beans. They're gonna need them if they don't fucking give me what I'm looking for. I don't know. Coming from a big Ben 10 fan, Super has made transformations nothing. They aren't special. They're there and that's it, like Rosé and Rage. Yeah, pretty much. You do recommend Wonder Trading? Yeah, I used to do some Wonder Trading back in the day on the 3DS. I got some interesting stuff. I think I got a Kartana at one point. Feel you there. My headphones died recently too. Well, they didn't really die, but their autonomy as their Bluetooth ones went to shit. They were pretty cheap, but only lasted 9 months. Do you have any recommendations for some, by the way, since we're on the subject, or the ones you're interested about? So I had the SteelSeries Arctis 7 for about 3 years. Now, that's the longest I've ever had a pair of headphones. Normally, like I used to have the Beats. My problem with headphones, and I also had Astro A50s. My problem with headphones was always that they would either like have an electronic malfunction or they would physically break. So like I had like 2 or 3 pairs of Beats. They all physically broke. Like the band would snap because my head is just kind of on the big side, and so when repeatedly stretching it wore out. The SteelSeries were really good. They lasted 3 years, and then the charging port started to go, like very, very recently, like within the last week and a half. And when it went quickly. So I went and replaced it with the Arctis 9, which I'm wearing them right now. They're very good. They're a lot like the 7s, but they are also Bluetooth. So they have the transceiver, so you can do regular connection over having the transceiver connected to USB, or you can do Bluetooth. So I would definitely recommend the SteelSeries Arctis 9. Very, very nice headphones. They're comfortable. They're durable. They have good sound quality. Yeah. Let's see. Tippy says, and I love transformations as a whole. Good job, Super. Good job, right? Davis says, what do you think is harder, Dark Souls or waiting for a shiny? Waiting for a shiny, for sure. This is pure RNG. I have no control over this. Dark Souls is, like, no big deal once you get used to it. Let's see. Andrew says, because Wonder Trading on Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, I got 18 rare candies from doing it. Neat. There you go. One of these days, bang, zoom, straight to the moon. So yeah, you hear this soundtrack in your dreams. Yeah, you're telling me. Can't think of anything to talk about right now. No, I get you. It runs out after a while. I wonder where we all went. Snuggly, how's the run going? Atrocious. But at least we got an active chat, so that's nice. Tippy says, Davis, for souls, you're at least getting kicked in the balls a different way each time. Shiny is getting kicked in the balls to the point it feels annoying then painful. It's just the same kick in the balls over and over and over again that you can't avoid. Whereas, like, with the Souls games, you can avoid getting kicked in the balls entirely if you know what you're doing. I am Groot. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is not a good time. Oh my god. Even sing, you know. You're a Skyward Sword? Hey, you're a good game. Oh, you want to hear my Peter Griffin impression? Oh, when I'm actually, when I'm actually really doing it? Oh, oh boy. Oh boy, are you in for something, huh? Speaking of which, how is everyone feeling about Tears of the Kingdom? I've been watching someone I know play it here and there, and it looks like what Breath of the Wild should have been. So, unlike that game, actually pretty good. Boyish says, the deed is done, my lord. Oh my. Good for you. Tippy says, for some reason, as a gag, I can see Gohan shouting Ultimate Gohan out long when he goes Ultimate. Thanks to his Saiyaman stuff. I don't think it's shiny, but I have to make sure. Yeah. To be honest, boring as this might be to stream, I couldn't see how someone would get through it without the chat to entertain them. Yeah, that's pretty much the concept. It was either have the chat and have something to stream in general, or be doing this like when I'm trying to go to sleep and just listening to videos, So. Tippy says, Davis, it's a Zelda, and that's all I can tell you. Boyish says, I'm pretty sure I'm done with the Diablo 4 beta now. I just beat Ashava, albeit on World Tier 1 and in a party. Davis says, you didn't like Breath of the Wild, speaking as someone who has never played it. Yeah, didn't really like it. The world was very empty. There were a few interesting little quirks to it here and there, but by and large, there was not a lot to do that was actually of any kind of substance. The shrines were kind of garbage. I'd rather have like 10 or 12 really high quality dungeons than have 120 tiny crappy dungeons. The main 4 dungeons, the Divine Beasts, were garbage. They were all basically identical. The Koroks were nothing short of disrespectful to the time of anyone who wants to 100% the game. There should have only been like maybe 100 or 200 of those. 900 was just obscene. Absolutely no reason for that. And what made them worse was the fact that there's like 4 or 5 different like brain dead puzzles that can barely even be called puzzles that you just do on loop to get all 900 of them. It's like 200 per puzzle. 200 repetitions of each puzzle. It was stupid. The story was lacking. The way they told it through flashbacks was kind of iffy. Yeah, it just... It was an empty, bloated game. They did a lot of cool things with like the physics puzzles and the ways you could interact with the environment, and Tears seems to be expanding on that even further, which is good. But it made some very, very critical mistakes, and I ended up not liking it. So Breath of the Wild and Breath of the Wild and Spirit Tracks are the only Zelda games I have not 100%ed. I don't count the CDI games or Triforce Heroes because why would I? So of the actual Zelda games that are out there, those are the only 2 I haven't finished. And that's just because Breath of the Wild bored me to death, and Spirit Tracks annoyed me with the dark trains and the flute not working consistently. So, let's see. Tippy says, would you rather play the Temple of the Ocean King 124 times, or the Shires, or the Shrines in Breath of the Wild? Temple of the Ocean King. Let's see. Davis says, "Oh yeah, remembering your big award for getting all the seeds. Cough, cough." Yeah, no, that was an insult. It's just what a big middle finger to anybody who really was dedicated enough to put in the time to 100% the game. It was ridiculous. Slicing Breath of the Wild to pieces completely. Damn, not against any of what you said. Never played it to be sure. So yeah, no, it's everybody just dick rides that game, but as a tremendous Zelda fan for the past 20 years, didn't like it. Please tell me you like Wind Waker. I love that game. Wind Waker is my second favorite after Twilight Princess. Wind Waker is the one that got me into the series. Let's see. Andrew says, David, Tippy, Boyish Dude, Snuggly, do one of you have Piplup? Tippy says no. Rip Andrew. Completely fair, yeah. So, I wanted to love it. I really did. And then, of course, you got the stupid weapon durability thing. It's like, oh my god. People complained about the shield durability in Skyward Sword, which you could mitigate by repairing the shield or getting the Hylian shield, which doesn't break. But they're okay with this stupid fucking system? Come on. Bro. Oh yeah, Boyish is not really one for Pokemon. Piplup is one of the starters in Gen 4, Boyish. It's the water-type penguin. Ah, Davis is offering to get you a Piplup on a new file. That's generous. Nice. Love to see those elements of harmony out there. Honesty, kindness, laughter, generosity, loyalty, communication, reciprocation. Good shit. Good shit. Yes, Dawn's Penguin. Haven't consumed Gen 4 anything in ages, yeah. Probably in one of the games, but haven't touched Brilliant Diamond or Pearl. Yeah. So... I would recommend not putting a friend code in stream chat, just so you guys know. If you guys can, like, find a way to privately message each other, that'd be good. Just to protect you guys' privacy. It's totally up to you if you're okay with that, but yeah, my recommendation would be to do it in private. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Oh, Switch is dead. Rip. Hey, when that happens. Let's see. Boyish says, as I recall, Bugged Diamond and Shipped Early Pearl didn't even launch with the official soundtrack. It had a placeholder soundtrack, and you had to download the actual music. Yeah. These games were an absolute disaster. They were an insult to the DS games. And having waited so long for them, I really was not happy. The only reason I even have them is because they were my last hurrah with Game Freak. It was like, this is my last bit of goodwill for you guys. Don't squander it. And they squandered it. You don't have a way to do it privately. Twitter, anything like that. I mean, it's up to you guys, you know. Do whatever you want to do. I just, you know. Oh my god. Cool, thanks. Dude. Stop it.
Just give me the purple-bearded seed child.
This might take a while. Yeah. Yep. Or Simba, whatever works. Seems like it, though not really a surprise, as we've talked about before. Yeah. Ah, math. I need to set up the soundboard. What do you mean? This on Twitch, there's a soundboard feature. I have not gotten it set up yet. You don't mind if anyone sees? All right, then you do you, bud. Yeah, so I gotta get that set up. Like, figure out what I want to put on there and whatnot. Oh my god. Ah, these stupid beavers. Let's see. Suppose it's not really anything you need to rush to do, so no need to worry about it too much. Just whenever you find yourself with time to spend, I suppose. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Alright, I got 11 Pokeballs, so I'm good. Just occurred to me, I'm like, wait a minute, how many balls do I have? Beavers, we love you now. Oh man. You have 2 balls. Hopefully. If you fail a third one, you might have a problem. Could you imagine like a nutsack with like 11 scrotes in it? 11 nards, I mean, you know? Just a big old 11 narded scrote. Seeing a code like that in the chat just triggers something in my brain like something's not right. Ew. I aim to squick. You got it. The imagery. I don't think it's quite gonna matter on the restream end, because it's still gonna be there, even if I were to delete it from the actual YouTube chat, so it is what it is. We'll just push it off. The charging is longer than the shiny hunt. Yeah, the Switch does seem to charge pretty slow. Ultra Ultimate Super Saiyan God Blue 4 Instinct Kaioken times 20. I typed this up to say something interesting. Good for you, my guy. Also, it doesn't help that you took a break from the Switch. Yeah, no, I get you. Next, write I and let the AI finish the sentence. Wait, never mind, F. Camera? No. Oh my god. At least you're not alone with the bad luck, yeah. Was Twilight Princess hated when it first released in some parts of the internet? Not to my recollection, but I was 12 and wasn't really on forums at the time, so can't really say. I haven't heard anybody talk about it being hated back then, so... Well, what can you do when you live in a shoe and RN Jesus hates you? Wind Waker made fans furious, though. Yeah, you could say that. Oh my god. 2 hours and 15 minutes of this so far. By the way, how's the Dark Souls stream series, if you can call it that you were doing? There was one I caught with Boyish, as you know, but that's it. Yeah, so me and Boyish were working on rebuilding his save file in Dark Souls 3. That's been kind of going. We just got to Irithyll, but we're going to take a detour into the Demon Ruins. But it's on hold right now because he wants to do a few things in Genshin Impact, and he was playing the Diablo 4 beta. And the Dark Souls Remastered series with Dash is kind of on a hold for the same reason, but we are kind of making our way through. We beat Ornstein and Smo the other night, and yeah, so we are we're making our way through. Wind Waker is a cartoon style, cartoon art style done right. Yeah, I would agree with that. Wind Waker looks good. Never had a problem with it. It aged really well, too. Wind Waker's art style has aged better than Twilight Princess's. Yeah. Yeah. I think if Twilight Princess were, like, actually properly redone in modern, modern hardware, you could actually see it look pretty damn good, but as it stands, having the GameCube to work with didn't age quite as well with the realism as Wind Waker did with the cartoon. Pretty sure I asked you this a while back, but have you played Sekiro? I have it, but I have not gotten around to playing it. I am a little behind on From's catalog. I've got to finish Elden Ring, I've got to play the PS5 Demon Souls, gotta play Sekiro. Yeah. Oh my god. Come on. You got Ghostbusters at a Dollar General for $5. There you go. The original movie on Blu-ray? What did I just do? How do I get rid of that? What? Okay. I don't quite understand how to get rid of the Poketch. Okay, that doesn't... Okay. Well, I guess that's just there now. Let's see. Olive says, I see. I didn't play much of From Software myself. My first was Sekiro and second Elden Ring. Maybe because I started in this order. I much prefer the fighting style of Sekiro overall. I know there's some slight implementations of it in Elden Ring, but it isn't really the same thing, as from what I can see. It falls more heavily on Dark Souls formula of combat. Either way, hope you like it as much as I did. Would be nice to watch a playthrough. Yeah, I can probably do that at some point. Bibles everywhere. Oh no. Got the original movie on DVD. There you go. Boyish says, just finished up the last part of the last quote-unquote story event in Genshin on my main account. Now I can keep this stream on and just do my dailies. There you go. And we're back. Alright. Well, good to have you back. DVD has some nice special features like making of featurettes and deleted scenes. There you go. I think I got a 4K torrent of it a few years back. Testing 1 2 testing. You are here, my guy. And nope. Not what I'm looking for. Oh my god. Does anybody know how to close the Poketch? Bro, this is ridiculous. Ghostbusters was a good movie. Ghostbusters 2 is fine. The reboot was no. Afterlife, heard was good. Man, the developers must be sadistic because this is pure torture. Yeah, and this is after they cut the fucking full odds in half. Ugh. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but, like, that's not possible. It really is just completely random, and it's not like it depends on, like, a specific RNG value that I've locked myself into with a certain save. It's literally just you reset until you get it. Let's see. How interesting. It seems that Miko is getting her second rerun in the next update. Guess I'm gonna try going for her C4. Jesus. Catch them all, they say. Yeah, right? Catch some of them, because we took most of them out of the game. And you have to buy our $30 ransomware if you want to be able to transfer any of your old Pokemon up to the new games, which will probably not have all of the Pokemon in them, so you're going to have to just keep giving us more money either way. Yoimiya is getting a second story quest as well. Yoimiya's cute. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll go find the Dragon Balls and wish you was shiny. Appreciate it. Snuggly says, damn, I didn't think about that, so a lot of your Pokemon would just be locked in a digital vault for an unknown amount of time. Yep, that is exactly what Pokemon Home is like. Until they release a game that has a Pokemon that you want to use, it's stuck in Home if you've transferred it up. Let's see. How many do you want? Oh, man. I would settle for one. I would settle for this one. As many as you can give. Oh, yeah. But no, seriously. Pokemon Home, literal ransomware. If, you know, you transfer your Pokemon up, and you can't send them back to their original carts. But if they're not in a game that you have to either buy the game or wait for the game to even exist in the first place in order to transfer them out of Pokemon Home. And if you don't pay the $30 for Pokemon Home for the year, they delete your Pokemon. Oh, ouch. That sucks, Davis. The fuck is that system? Yeah, no, seriously. That Pokemon Home is like straight up malicious. And that's all the more reason I seriously would think that the Pokedex cutting, or Dexit as they called it in Sword and Shield, was a malicious business move. I would not be surprised, because they outright lied about why they did it. So, you know, what does that leave? Incompetence or malice? Let's see. Snuggly says, I imagine this means some Pokemon stuck in the home service could actually be there until the service ceases to exist, essentially deleting them, and that's awful. Yeah! No, seriously. Like, I don't know if they've gotten all of the legacy Pokemon into the newer games to remedy that problem. Either way, you still have to friggin' buy a whole nother game just to have Pokemon back that you already own. Like, come on. But like, if they haven't, then yeah, like, unless they make a game that has specific species that have yet to be brought up to the Switch, you're screwed. You just have to keep paying $30 a year, otherwise you lose your Pokemon. Or you have to buy a $60 game. Let's see. Yeah, so Davis is just going to have to go beat Rourke, and then he'll be able to trade, so might be a little bit, but shouldn't be too bad. Tippy says, so note to self, don't get a Pokemon Home, just live on the land. Yeah, basically. I just keep my Pokemon in their original carts, and that's it. Let's see. Guess my favorite Mamoswine is stuck on Sun or Moon. Thanks, Game Freak Nintendo. Yep, pretty much. Unless you wanted to transfer it up to a Pokemon game on the Switch that has Mamoswine in it, which would be Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Because Mamoswine was a Gen 4. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Really don't give you a better choice, so yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. Come on. I like transferring Pokemon over so they can kinda still be on the journey with me, in a sense, and I can breed good traits easier since I have perfect IVs in some of them. No, that's true. That makes sense. Sing virtual idol axiom sing. Oh man. Echo, echo. Oh man. Come on. Fly me to the moon and let me take my helmet off. Just made Idol your middle name for real? You sneaky devil, you. How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes. Come on. Karaoke stream when? Oh, good God. That's terrifying. Let's see. Really annoying. Nintendo seems to really disincentivize people to use their favorite Pokemon. Yeah, no, they really do. The games have really gone downhill over the years. Let's do anime openings. Oh boy. Oh man, I've got Moonlight Densetsu from Sailor Moon pretty well memorized. Of course, when you've heard it over 400 times, kind of makes sense, right? Respect. And of course, you got Inuyasha, you know. I want to change the world. Yeah, that's good. That's a good opening. Japanese opening to Pokemon Diamond and Pearl was a banger. At least you don't get Pruderdine stuck in your head like me. Oh god. No, but I do get How Nanodesu stuck in my head. Seems like the idea is turning more and more feasible, huh? Is it true insanity is doing the same thing over and expecting something different? Yeah, more or less. This RNG is terrible. I hate it. Crazy, we're already coming up on 3 hours, though. Fuck! Don't worry, chat is here to keep you sane. Yeah. That's the idea. That is the idea. Our Lord Helix, why do you frown on us? Oh, man. I mean, when I repeatedly don't get the rate up 4-star on a banner in Genshin Impact. Relatable. Or rather, the rate up 4-star you actually want, yeah. Yeah, looking at the many 4-star C6 rotting away unused. Then the ones I do use don't get the same fortune, of course. Yeah. The one thing that really kind of pushed me away from Genshin Impact, aside from the multiple issues that it has, I just cannot for the life of me get the artifacts I need to have my characters, like, do the damage they should be doing and have the survivability they should have at level 90. What do you think is faster, waiting for this Switch to load or buy a new one? Oh my. Boy, just can't remember the last time I've seriously used Budew or Yanfei. Yeah. RNG on top of RNG on top of RNG. Yeah, well, and like, unlike this, where I can just keep throwing myself at the RNG for as long as I want, in Genshin Impact, you have to just, like, you get about 8 tries and that's it. You know? It's like, then you gotta wait for tomorrow, and it's like, well, that's stupid. It's ridiculous. And so, like I said, you know, my characters are not doing the damage they should be doing, or taking the hits they should be able to take at level 90, when that's the cap. You know, and we have level 90 weapons. It's like, it's not my fault. 4 tries if you want to be optimal about it. You should be using condensed for everything except money ley lines. But that's dumb. That's even worse. Davis says this makes no sense. What's going on? Did you try to reboot it? Condensed doubles your rewards, which is most beneficial for artifacts, especially if you get extra artifacts. But I mean, that's kind of the same thing as doing it 8 times. It just takes less time. Snuggly says, Pokemon would be god-awful if you add limited tries per day. Thankfully, that's not a thing. Yeah, fuck that. Boyish says it also makes rewards more consistent overall. Yeah, I guess. That's weird, Davis. I'm honestly not sure what to tell you. To be honest, I don't really see much point in leveling to 90. There's not really that huge of a gap between 80 and 90. Well, it looks better maxed out, of course, but what you save from 80 to 90 can help a lot another character up to 80. Yeah, that's true. Could be a failed hard drive, speaking from personal experience. Well, on a Switch, no, but at least it's moving as fast as caterpillars, but still moving. Future Gohan is Tippy's favorite Gohan. I'm gonna be real. I like Great Saiyaman Gohan. Well, this is ridiculous. Get characters up to level 90 out of principle, but especially if they're a support character, you should get them to 90. He does have a cool cape. Know a lot of fans hate Saiyaman Gohan the most, even if the reasons are BS. Yeah, for sure. Bennett needs base attack and HP, Kokomi needs HP, Shenhe needs attack, etc. Dude, this is ridiculous. Let's see. Generally fine with Saiyaman, but what comes after? God no. Just restart from square one in the writing process. I don't know. I mean, Gohan was never really a fighter. He had it in him by genetics, but he never really wanted to, you know? So I can understand him, you know, kind of shifting gears and just becoming kind of a nerd. See, Shenhe also needs... Oh dear. Oh boyish. That's on the chat now. Davis says their opinions aren't as enlightened as us. Wink, wink. Oh my god, I have legit done this for over 9 hours now and gotten absolutely nowhere. Reality slaps. Yeah. I've been falling for 30 minutes! Yeah, it's basically like that, but significantly worse. Oh my god, please give me an on-piece HP circlet for Clam Baby Genshin Impact. Been at this for days. Ugh. Frieza. Oh god, this stream is reaching 5 minutes. How could it not be, right? Oh, man.
Orange Jesus, are you just mad that I'm an atheist? Is that the problem? Is that why you're not letting me have my shiny Pokemon?
I know, just ask PM7 for his shiny luck. Oh my god. Pokemon has gone up to the power level of 15. If I could have dedication to something the way Boyish has dedication to Genshin, I'd be set for life. You're not wrong. If I pray to God and I get a shiny, I might be willing to believe he exists, to bait him. Ah, man. Of course, then how would I know the difference between getting the result I wanted based on that and just also happening to roll the right number? Oh well. Sucks that you couldn't get your Pipple up there, Andrew, but maybe next time. You wouldn't, of course. That's why your stance wouldn't change afterwards. Pretty much, yeah. Dude, come on.
This is ridiculous. If you scream in anger, maybe you'll go Super Saiyan. Not sure if I have enough midichlorians for that. Hoping the last evolution of Budew Shiny looks amazing for all this effort, goddamn. I like Shiny Roserade. Maybe it's too loud for the neighbors right now, sadly enough. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that, huh? Probably not a thing I should do. Actually, only the Avatar can go Super Saiyan. Like Avatar the band, or, you know. Hail the Apocalypse! Do you better just hold your key in without it leaking out and you'll become a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan? The blue ones. Oh no, not the Na'vi. Dude, come on. 9 hours of this. No way you'll become Sonic the Hedgehog.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast indeed. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, it's gotta be the birds. Why is it always gotta be the birds? Why can't it just be the thing with the purple beard? I am going to cause you physical pain! Been here so long that Monferno sounds like a fart now. Let's see. Olive says, Neo, don't ever get apprehensive about giving up at some point. Wouldn't want to see you walking in circles around some bushes for eternity. Yeah. Oh, boy. This RNG is disgusting. Before I do my last run of this godforsaken artifacts domain, I'm going to play with trading cards for 10 minutes. Have fun with that. Yeah, that doesn't sound very good. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Now, I have heard horror stories about people, like, trying to go for, like, full odds shiny Rayquaza, and it took them ungodly amounts of time, and it's like... And I mean, it's gonna be my ace on my team, so, you know. And like I said, technically, I do already have a female Budew, but I was hoping for a shiny one, you know. Bro, how do I close this thing? You think your luck is bad, but I've been trying to get even just one tenacity HP circle for over a week now. Good lord. See, that's what I mean. Like that, the RNG in Genshin, just for basic character build stuff, so that they're not totally gimped and dependent on help from another player, is ridiculous. To be honest, Genshin is more nostalgia for me. I mean, it's been like, what, 2.5 years, but the music hits me in the feels pretty hard. Yeah, I can see that. The only reason I still play is because of the story, characters, world building, and tolerable combat at good artifacts progression. Game sucks major ass. Yeah, that's kind of why I gave up on it. I'm not really all that interested anymore, you know? I might here and there, but that's about it. I'm not gonna sit there and try to be dedicated to it. I got a life, yo. Took them 2 years to update the Artifact Strongbox, and it wasn't even a good update in hindsight. Ugh. Be honest, Frieza was the Thanos of Dragon Ball. I don't know about that. Zamasu more so. There's just so many little things in Genshin Impact that they're never going to fix or improve meaningfully because the game is literally designed from the ground up to be whale bait. Yeah, no, for sure. No, Boo was the Thanos of Dragon Ball? Unless we talk about motivations. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like motivation. Like Thanos having his misguided, you know, whole shtick of his, and then Zamasu being misguided and all that kind of stuff. Cell in Abridged? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, of the actual canon material, Boo would be the most dangerous. Technically, there's also Baby. And Omega. Unlike Thanos, however, Zamasu touches dicks with his husband every night. You're not wrong. Is it still twincest if he's in somebody else's body? Frieza had this whole connection to the world and the lore. He felt like the Dragon Ball bad guy that no one else has been able to. Yeah, since I like Cell, and I think Boo is the Thanos in terms of power levels. From a Z fan perspective, I can understand like seeing Frieza that way. He wasn't even really introduced until like Arc 7. So, it was kind of, like, you know... Oh, come on with this. Frieza gave me the impression that he talked big shit but would never be able to shape up to the Super Saiyan. Yeah, pretty much. That was kind of like the whole thing of his character, right? He was just this arrogant, spoiled brat tyrant. And, you know, he got put in his place. He got his comeuppance. Oh my god. You got the Piplup, his name is Skipper. There you go. It's actually really cute, I like it. You know, I hardly believe the devs play their own game, not as completionists anyway. Oh, for sure. Like, yeah, I seriously doubt that they even consider what completionists are going to have to go through to get 100% in these games. Or in any game, really. Dude, come on. Does not appear as though Andrew is still here. If I could only recommend one Dragon Ball series to someone, then it would be Z Kai. Gives a nice recap of the original, and you can follow along with what's happening pretty easily, though the original series does help. I can see that. Like, if somebody doesn't really want to make the time commitment to the entire series, but wants to kind of get an idea of what everybody loves about Dragon Ball, yeah, I can see that. That is true, Boyish. Watching the original series does give you the full experience of Z. Attention! Andrew called to the chat room. I repeat, Andrew called to the chat room.
Thank you, Olive.
Andrew, your Piplup is here. Andrew, your Piplup is here. You're welcome, boss. Skipper will remain with its current owner unless you come to claim him. We need Andrewzord power now! It's almost here. Let's see. Frieza and Cell are the top two villains for most people. I like them about equally since they have their strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, I can see that. I'm a big fan of Baby. If Andrew gets a different Piplup, I will feel cheated. You went through so much trouble. Yeah, pretty understandable, for sure. Baby is the top villain for people in GT. Shadow Dragons are mixed and the rest are hated.
Oh my god. The issue with the Shadow Dragons that it takes a while to get the 3 that mattered, which are Omega Nova and the Ice one, to my knowledge. I can see that, I guess. Yeah, the Shadow Dragon arc overall was pretty mixed. That's kind of the thing with GT, is that it's kind of a mixed bag. Each arc has some good and some bad, you know, but the bad is nowhere near as bad as Super's bad. Rolling, 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 why keep rolling, rolling, rolling? Giannato! Limp Bizkit style! Got a shiny bird, you can name it Private Skipper. Would approve. There you go. The other 4 dragons seem a bit too one-note for something to be a punishment for overusing the Dragon Balls. Also that Goku fought most of them instead of getting other fighters to help out. This is stupid. I can't tell if this is perfectly normal RNG for shiny hunting at full odds, or if I'm just having particularly bad luck, or... Am I playing a video on loop kind of thing? Yeah, pretty much. Tippy getting tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. Alright.
Appreciate you coming by.
It is about 11:15. We have been going for 3.5 hours now. I think if I hit 4 hours, I might stop, because my hands are getting a little bit cramped from holding these tiny-ass Joy-Cons, so I'll give it like another half hour, and then we'll see what happens, okay? And I'm going to take a break. Much needed one for sure. Yeah, definitely. Doubtful that I would start a second stream tonight after that. It's a possibility, but very doubtful. Ermagerd! Just checking in for the content. Well, appreciate it. Unfortunately, this Budew that I'm after seems to be rather camera shy. I am not so sure how viable it's going to be to just keep streaming this over and over again, you know? Lamau just saw something on Twitter. Gonna send you a DM there just because we talked about Breath of the Wild. Oh boy. Alright. This should be interesting. I kind of feel as though I have an idea what it is that you're talking about, but... Got any plans for Mother's Day? Not in particular. My parents are gonna go see my grandma, and I think we're probably just gonna, I don't know, maybe go do something outside, I don't know. We're not big holiday people in my house, just in general. No, it probably isn't anything you're thinking about. Just a random funny clip someone I follow retweeted. Ah, okay. Oh, man. Okay, Skipper is ready. How do I trade him? Well, we need Andrew for that. Oh my god. Even rewatching the first couple episodes of both recently, I will never understand why people prefer Brotherhood to 03. It's so much more shallow and unatmospheric in comparison. Brain am do fried now. Yeah, no, I kind of get where you're coming from. I prefer 03 to Brotherhood. And that's kind of the main reason, is like how atmospheric it is and just the way it handles its storytelling. Dude. Alright. Okay. I'm starting to zone out. This is not a fun time. You know what? Instead of going to 4 hours, 3 hours and 45 minutes is where I think I'm going to cut it off. Wonder how many Budews I've encountered by now. Oh god, that would be something to go and to go and count, wouldn't it? What? No way! I can't believe it.
Alright, so we got like 6 minutes and change. And then I'm gonna call it good. Because I don't think I've got another 15 minutes in me after that. This is the most inspiring grind session I've seen in a video game ever. How could you ever say something like that? Well, I appreciate it. How to send a friend request. Not really sure. Oh yeah, my hands are cramping too. That's not helping. Starting to get a little sore. I got these giant ass meat hooks for hands and I'm holding these tiny Joy-Cons and it's like, let's see. Boyish said, if I wanted to watch a lighthearted and fun action comedy show, I'd watch an actual action comedy show like Immoral Guild. I expect substance and compelling themes from Fullmetal Alchemist, not fun action adventure. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay, 4 minutes. Oh my god. You did it? Good. Good for you. Goal accomplished. God, I can't even get a friggin' yellow Shinx up in here. If you had to choose never streaming on Twitch or YouTube, which would you pick? Like, to abandon one completely? I may not have found a shiny, but you had a great time. Well, I appreciate that, and I'm glad you came by. I try to be as consistent as I can as far as streaming. Not sure if I'm going to continue this. I might start doing it off screen while I listen to stuff. And then do something else. I know we're going to, when Boyish is done with his Genshin Impact stuff, we're going to get back to Dark Souls. But I might look into the other things I've been thinking of streaming and do some of that instead of this while I'm still waiting for him. Let's see. Yeah, abandon one for streaming. So, that's the thing, and that's kind of why I decided to multi-stream again, is because both are highly censorious. Not a fan of that. YouTube, I seem to get more exposure. But Twitch has all of the features. So, I don't know. It's kind of tough to say. I think because of the features, my inclination would be more towards keeping Twitch. But the exposure is a benefit for YouTube, so it's kind of hard to say. I don't know. I think if YouTube had a system that kind of just allowed the way streaming works to be just like Twitch, Twitch would become redundant. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Let's see. Davis says, can't wait to see more of your stuff. I appreciate that. All right. We've hit 345. I'm going to give it one more battle. Nope. All right. We're done. My hand hurts. All right, so we're leaving together, but still it's farewell, and maybe we'll come back to Earth, who can tell. I guess there's Ilka to blame. We're leaving ground. Will things ever be the same again? It's the final countdown. That's one way to put it. Okay, well, I appreciate you guys sticking around and being here at all. I'm going to go give my hands a rest. Whether or not I'm going to continue streaming this grind or just do it off stream while I'm listening to videos or something, I don't know yet. But yeah, we'll pick this up and see where it goes tomorrow, with whatever I end up doing. Maybe Dark Souls will be back on the table. I don't know. So we'll drive off that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, appreciate you guys coming by, and I will see you later. For those of you that are on Element, we'll talk there. No problem, Olive. Appreciate you coming by, and let's see. If you do off stream, it's more likely that you'll give it up on it. So do that. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z! Alright. Oops. Alright. There we go. Yeah. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z!